Well, ladies and gentlemen, another English voice actor, this time for Zenless Zone Zero, turns out to be an LGBTQ freak. Somebody that wants to combine this gotcha game with their own personal politics. And enough is enough. We're not playing this game anymore. Here's the reality, whether you like it or not. The more that you do this, the more that you people are insufferable and embrace degeneracy and promote this dog shit, the more that corporations get one step closer to being able to justify AI. And I can't wait. I can't wait until every one of these disgusting freaks are fired and AI replaces them. Then maybe we can find some peace from these degenerate retards. Well, boy, oh boy, did this post send off a powder keg. And you had somebody that was very upset, very, very upset at what I had to say. Very temperamental and, just irrational and crazy. Now, this person that goes by the name of Dingo, because that's what you do. This person is an artist, and I looked at their bio. It says art commissions open. This person draws, and I want to show you some of the drawings from this person. All right, commissions open. By the way, don't go harass this person. They're not, they call me a pedophile and all this other stuff. These people are mentally ill. You know the type. I mean, just unhinged, nothing going for them. But this is the type of artwork that they generate. Of course, furry shit. Disgusting. But this is the sort of stuff that they create. So I decided, in order to prove my point about how worthless these people are, and how they are already being replaced, I decided to take this picture here and put it through an AI filter to see if maybe, just maybe, I could, in a couple seconds, produce something that was aesthetically better than this. All right? Not saying it's perfect, because I didn't really put much time and effort into the prompts. If I wanted something more exact, or if I wanted something more detail-oriented, I could have put way more effort into it. But I want to show you the fruits of that endeavor, which took me about 30 seconds until it was completed. And by the way, this is coming from a person who called me a pedophile and stuff like that. But here it is. This is the AI. So, I think that my point is made. This art, which, by the way, I mean, it looks really good. I mean, look, she's got a happy smile. The artwork is a billion times better. Oh, it's soulless. I actually gave her a chest because I was trying to do, of course, I'm trying to justify it. I was trying to do a comparison because the character that they had drawn was so flat-chested that it almost looked like a guy. In fact, it could have been a guy, but I thought they were trying to portray like a non-binary, so I went the complete opposite way and told them to give him a large chest. So this is a very cute. This is a very cute picture. I think that's a very cute picture, right? Right. I think it's pretty good. And my post was, you can share your Trump derangement syndrome with your fellow leftoids on Blue Sky. Anyway, in order to make my point, I took an image and decided to put it through the AI system. It generates an image. It generated an image and did so in seconds. No mental illness, no left-wing politics, no bad attitude. And that right there is the truth. Now, I didn't have to use this guy's art in order to make this happen. I could have said, "Give me a a purple haired anime bunny girl with green eyes, and give her some monstrous melons. Make her very feminine. Make her do a peace sign and have a like." I could have done this with prompts. I could have done this with text, and the AI could have generated this, no problem. And that's my point. The AI doesn't have a bad attitude. The AI is not some mentally ill freak, some disgusting furry abomination that is going to have the gall and audacity to call me a pedophile. You fucking animal. You sick, twisted, demonic creep, to say the least. You're gonna out of nowhere. By the way, this person saw my original post, had nothing to do with them. Immediately came out of the gate, called me a pedophile, which red flag. Because this person kept calling me a pedophile, which makes me think that you should probably check this person's hard drive. They're a furry, constantly with pedophile on the brain. Methinks you're a little too exuberant with that word, almost like you're projecting. Kind of like Vosh, a guy that was talking about, oh, you're a pedophile, this, pedophile, that, and then it turns out on his hard drive, yikes, a lot of underage, lolly looking, horse enthusiasm. But my point is that these nasty, terrible, divisive, cruel people put the fries in the bag. You're no longer needed. You're no longer required. And the thing is, the sooner that we get you people out of there, the sooner that we absolve our culture of people like you, the better. Now, this is how I responded. I think this is pretty graceful. It says, "Shut up, incel. You're the kind of guy that jacks it to child characters and says it's not pedophilia." So this is the original post that this person sent after my initial statement about, being glad that AI is going to be taking over and these freaks are going to be losing their job. Obviously, this person doesn't know me. This is just a blanket statement from a mentally ill, disabled person. I said all pedophiles should be crucified on the White House lawn publicly for everyone to see. The Bible says in Luke chapter 7, verse 2, it would be better for a man if a millstone were hung around his neck and he were cast into the sea than that he should be the one to cause the little ones to sin. I'm assuming I'm assuming you're a Trump kind of guy because you're a homophobic bigot. Guilty. But that's the wrong word. I'm not afraid of homosexuals. No. We need a new word. Disgusted by, not fearful of. Therefore, you deliberately support pedophiles. Oh, perfect. Perfect. You're a Trump guy, so you support pedophiles. That's one of the stupidest things I've ever heard. You're a narcissistic incel, and you need to get a job. That's why I share this with you. As we are on the cusp of this person and all the other freaks being replaced by AI, they're telling me to get a job. I said, I do support Trump. But unlike you, who apparently calls everyone you don't like a pedophile, I don't think he is a pedophile. I think you're just mad that I support AI and replacing you disgusting, unpleasant freaks with a computer program that can do your job better with a better attitude. And this person crashed out in a bunch of different posts, but I just started to ignore him. Unhinged, mentally ill, all that stuff. But damn, It's crazy. Another English voice actress in this case, saying something stupid, making things political, being bad for the brand, and then also at the same time bitching about being replaced, bitching about AI and why people are clamoring for it. I can't wait until these people are in the unemployment line and putting the fries in the bag because that's all they are good for. That's all they're good for is putting the fries in the bag because continuously they, in their delusion and mental illness, think that they're special. They think that they're important. They think that they somehow have like the monopoly on being an intellectual and being insightful and moral. No, these people are absolute scum of the earth. And the sooner that they are removed and can be replaced with a tool that I support fully, not just because it's making these people unemployed and they deserve it, but the reason I really support it is it's putting a tool in the hand of the everyman to potentially create something magnificent. You can use ChatGPT if you're poor. If you don't have any money, you have access to that. You have access to the ability to make art. I want you to think about this for a second. J.K. Rowling, she made Harry Potter. She would go into a coffee shop and she would write it on a napkin. She didn't have any of the tools at her disposal. She was too poor at the time. You know, J.K. Rowling, now one of the wealthiest women in the world. She, one of the few women, by the way, to actually earn their money instead of divorcing for their money. But she had to write Harry Potter on a napkin. Imagine if she could have had access to something on her phone that would allow her the tools to generate pictures and things from her mind to be able to write out the different character descriptions that she saw and have the AI bring it to life. It would be easier to make storyboards. It'd be easier to make things for people that may not have the money to go and pay an artist. Now, there will always be artists. There will always be people to make art, but this allows people who are regular to have the tools in order to create as well. So it's no longer a monopoly. And they will continue to be snobs and they'll continue to look down on AI art, but AI art is not slop. It can be. Don't get me wrong, it can be. But I've seen a lot of really amazing pictures that have come out of AI art. And it does a very good job with anime. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for watching. I want to thank you for supporting the channel, allowing me to make videos like these. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching. And I'll see you next time.